to the papers. One's in 2001, the other was in 2002. The first one, medically supervised water-only fasting in the treatment of hypertension. The second one, medically supervised water-only fasting in the treatment of borderline hypertension. What I'm amazed by, both the conclusions are almost verbatim, word for word, almost exactly the same. And just from the 2001, which is in the Journal of Manipulative Physiological Therapeutics, medically supervised water-only fasting appears to be a safe and effective means of normalizing blood pressure, which they rarely ever say about that. And this is the crazy part. It may assist in motivating health-promoting diet and lifestyle changes. Why isn't this shit all over the place? And why aren't more docs doing this stuff?
Well, it is gaining more interest and popularity recently. Now, in past years, recommending fasting to patients was considered criminally negligent behavior. I mean, it was outrageous. And, we've gone from being criminal quacks to cutting-edge researchers, because now fasting has gained some notoriety. There's people like Valter Longo from USC Publishing in Journal Metabolism showing that fasting can be effective not only as a freestanding entity in helping the body heal itself, but also in conjunction with conventional therapies like chemotherapy, that it can make cancer cells more vulnerable by creating an environment that's not conducive for cancer cells, where they require higher glucose utilization. You get into a ketogenic state where there's not the glucose available. It makes the cancer cells at a selective disadvantage and therefore more vulnerable to chemotherapy, et cetera. And it also helps protect healthy cells from the damaging effects of conventional therapy. And so now fasting has gone to gain some interest, where people feel like, well, maybe this can be used as a helpful way of giving the body a chance to heal itself.
We talk about autophagy in here, which is the body's doing the job it's supposed to do, which is decrease the opportunity for bad guys to rise and good guys to keep on proliferating. We talk about that many times on here.
And fasting profoundly affects autophagy. And so, but it's not just autophagy. There's a number of mechanisms that occur in fasting, some of which are rather unique. If you look at the things that go up when people do fasting, oftentimes they're very similar to the things that go up or improve when people use exercise.
Right.
And you might wonder, why would fasting, which is done in a resting state, and exercise, which is this very vigorous physical activity, have the same biological effects? But both of them have one thing in common. Both fasting and exercise undo the consequences of dietary excess.